Now, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but I'm proud to announce that I'm back. Yes. Cheer on. Nah, I'm playing. So, today we're going to be reacting to another one of Loxton's Kaskade videos. If you don't know, we are currently reacting to the entirety of his Kaskade series on this channel. So, if you want to stay caught up, make sure to check out the playlist down below. Also, if I could take a little bit of your time to quickly like the video, subscribe if you are new, and put the notifications on, because when an Astron's video goes live, you gotta stop, drop, get your snacks, and enjoy. Also, I quickly want to mention that the channel is finally monetized again. So, I want to quickly say thank you to everyone that's been supporting this channel. And if you want some cool perks and to support the channel even more, be sure to check out the join button down below. It's one of the best ways in helping improve the channel quality and supporting me a step further. But as usual, don't feel inclined to, because you just being here, trust me, it's more than enough. But anyways, be sure to watch the original video after you're done with this reaction, and let's start. The record stops. Okay, so let's start this. Now, sadly, really quickly, I just want to say the first 8 to 9 minutes I've actually seen of this video, I did already record a lot of this video, and then all of a sudden I looked to my OBS and I'm like, damn, I'm not recording my desktop audio. So now we're gonna have to react to the to this again. I guess it's not really reacting, so I know the first forms.
So we've been doing a series where I explain my ideas for a sort of dream game concept. And this is a part of it. This is the Kaskade region, based on the Pacific Northwest, and all of the mon we're going to talk about today are Pokemon that would be found here. I already have like half a deck's worth of mons, so let's also just fill in all the unused type combos to make that one of its own videos.
Oh, yeah, something I did say originally was, what kind of type combinations do you guys want to see in the original games? Like, the actual games, you know, Game Freak made. I said this as well. I think Poison Steel or Fire Fairy are probably my two highest. But I definitely really want to get that Bug Dragon typing, dude. Mega Flygon, we gotta get it, dude.
Oh, here we are. Now, today.
All right, let's get into this.
Let's go ahead and start with one of my favorites. There are a few popular ideas for what a normal ghost-type Pokemon would entail. Normally, it's a Schrödinger's cat of sorts, but I like this idea more. This is Spikoi and Opakespeel. They are Shakespearean opossums. Some people pronounce the O, some people don't.
I really like the design of these. Like, the first time I saw them, it wasn't really sitting that right with me. I was like, they're all right. But it's starting to grow on me. I definitely like Opakespeel a lot more than Spikoi. I don't know, it's something about the way Spikoi be staring at me, bro. I don't like it, but Opakespeel is really cool. It's pretty cool.
So on top of possums just being here, Oregon hosts some of the largest Shakespeare festivals, and Ashland, Oregon is huge on their stage plays. It's like a mini Western Broadway. So, Shakespeare, acting, yes? And what are opossums known for? Two things. One is hanging upside down, sort of being on the other side.
And the obvious one, you know.
But also, being really, really good at playing dead.
Honestly, what an amazing thing to just have in your pocket. Like, hey, you may be able to, I don't know, dunk 20 feet in the air, and you may be able to draw the most fantastic art of all time. But listen, can you pretend to play dead so well that people start worrying about you? I bet you can. It's such a funny but like kind of dark ability to have, right?
These Pokemon are so good at playing dead that even death itself thinks they are dead.
That's interesting.
And they are so good at playing roles that you'd assume they are possessed by the spirit of the character. So all in all, this Pokemon is just a possum, hence the normal type, like most plain mammal normal Pokemon, but it just so happens to have ghost powers, like Decidueye. And look, it's doing that skull-holding Shakespeare pose with its baby. Possums carry their babies around, after all, and we gave the baby a little skull face because ghosts, and because it just works. Now it does the pose with the skull. So the names. Spikoi comes from Joey, a baby opossum, Spectate, which is what the audience does at stage plays, and a Spectre, a ghost who watches. Opakespeel comes from spiel, a long monologue, common in Shakespeare plays. Opossum, obviously. Opaque, which means not see-through because it's ghost type, so you'd assume it wouldn't be fully opaque but it is because it's also normal type. But when you don't pronounce the O, like in opossum, it sounds like Shakespeare. Pakespiel. Shakespeare. I love this. Fine.
The wordplay on a name is actually pretty interesting, but I don't know. It's something about the way opacial or what he said it, but I forgot it. I don't know. It doesn't really resonate with me. You know, that's me personally, though. I mean, you guys could definitely have a different opinion.
Grass is another popular one for Fakemon, since they seem like opposites. But instead of another burning tree or a pepper plant, let's just do an emu. There are plenty of emu farms around here. My uncle has one. This is Blue Mage.
Yeah, okay. I said this to, oh man, I'm so upset that y'all can't see my original reaction to these, dude. I got so hyped seeing this thing. This looks so sick. I love the colorway. They contrasted really, really well. Like, this is an amazingly vibrant and beautifully designed Pokemon. I really want one of these. Like, I would actually genuinely see myself using this. Fire Grass, fantastic double typing offensive wise, very unique, very interesting, really fun design. He knocked it out for this one. This one really, I felt this one in my core. This one a hit.
With leafy plumage that blooms, and it's a fire mage that makes explosive fireballs that go boom. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, all things considered. Not all of these mon need a page to explain. Normal ice. I have a fossil mon for this also, but I wanted to save that for the fossils video. So here is Kaskade and Raticate. Why normal ice? For a few reasons.
Nah. Hold on. Let me take you to the side really quickly. Look at this thing. Look at him. This dude ain't alive. This ain't no normal ice type. This is a ghost ice type. This dude is in Valhalla right now. He ain't on Earth. This dude is not on Earth. Look at his eyes, bro. This man froze to death in the 20th century. He died a century ago. This dude is not living. His eyes closed, shut. His whiskers are frozen together. This guy is dead. I really could not get over this. They really drew this Raticate in such a way that, yeah, I get it. It's supposed to have like adapted to the cold weather, and because of that, its whiskers are frozen, its color changed, but it's still alive. I don't know, bro. You gonna have a real hard time trying to persuade me that this thing is still in the land of the living, bro.
It's from the bushy-tailed wood rat, which primarily lives in
open your eyes.
It snows a lot. And look, the fluff on its tail and spine are ice crystals. Also, fun fact, Seattle is one of the most rat-infested cities in the United States.
What a great thing to have.
Today, they use dry ice as rat poison, which is also why the ice on Raticate makes it look like a spine and ribs here. It's a dead, iced rat. Poison steel now. Mercriny. How do you mix metal and poison? Well, by using mercury, the poisonous metal. This little guy is based on the horned lizards, which are
I don't know, man. I don't know. Something about this don't sit right with your boy. I'm gonna be real.
And are able to shoot blood out of their eyes to distract predators, which is what this here is referencing.
Yeah, I knew about that actually.
Actual blood from your eyes is a bit dark and messed up for an E-rated game.
Yeah.
Let's make it steel type. It's liquid metal instead. It cries mercury.
I don't know. Maybe he did say that this was a single stage, or this is like an evolution stage. Maybe I just completely missed it somehow. But for a first or only stager, or I guess for an only stager, it doesn't fit. It doesn't sit right with me. It feels like it has to evolve into something. I don't know why. Maybe, again, that may just be me. Something about this just doesn't sit right with me.
Its thorns are rusty, as wounds caused by rusty nails are believed to cause tetanus. Both of these are perfect reasons for it being poison steel type.
Here's a big one. How about the regional? Really smartly designed, I'm not gonna lie.
Every early dex has one of these, the Caterpie, Grubbin, Blipbug of the region. So here we have Silo, an adorable little upright grub. The bug normal type Silo do nothing but sit up and eat all day. They can eat their body's weight in grain in each sitting. So why is it normal on top of bug? Well, because the combo hasn't been done yet, and also you'll see the evolutions make more sense. So obviously, Silo is a lowly grub.
All
it does is eat and rest, so it sighs a lot of the time. A little cutie. Plus, it's constantly stuffed with grain, so it functions much like a grain silo. All of that gets the idea behind the name, I feel, but now just what sort of grub is it? Well, it's a somewhat more obscure insect, and maybe you'll figure it out as we evolve it. Silo evolves into coo-reds pretty quickly. Like Silo, coo-reds are very immobile, but rather than sit and do nothing, it practices making unique sounds with its trumpet-like proboscis mouth thing. The fibers that grow from its head are super tough and surround its body to form a cocoon-like structure, protecting its soft, metamorphosing insides. The name comes from cocoon and dreads, as the fibers on its head appear like them. Dreadlocks are a bit more common here than elsewhere in the United States, especially on hippie-esque people. A stereotype for these states. So, why is it playing the trumpet?
The music transition.
Well, it is the pupa stage of a weevil. I mean, look at this. It looks like it's playing a little trumpet. And they make coverings out of tiny twigs and
weevil.
such.
You saw that boy in the bottom.
Where the normal type starts really showing through. They learn a load of sound-based moves, and compared to most bug-type Pokemon, are soft in parts. Hard exoskeletons is one of the big reasons the bug type is a bug type.
This is a really good contender for a sound bug type. But again, like all the things that usually fit into the criteria of sound or sound producing, stuff like that, they usually go into normal typing. I wonder if he'll end up adding his own typing, since I know apparently the Kaskade region runs deep. So there's a high chance that he took it like a step further and ends up adding a different typing.
What the type is all about. So the normal type here balances that out since it's a softer bug, and it gives it a stab bonus with loads of sound-based moves. With its trumpet, it pretty much only plays reggae and ska. Yeah, you heard me, ska. Let's evolve it. Bug-a-sack. Bug-a-sack has a voice kind of like a deeper Mr. Mime, and it's what you get when you...
I really like it. I really do. It's a funky design, but it's a sick design nevertheless. Honestly, I can see myself using this. The only problem I have with it is I'm not a huge fan of the first two stages, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. They don't hit with me. Maybe it's because, again, I'm not really a bug guy, and they definitely look... I don't know. Dude, I'm gonna be real. I don't know the best way to explain it. As a commentator, I'm supposed to know the best way to explain it, right? But I just don't. It's just something about them I just don't like. But Bug-a-sack looks pretty cool. It has a really funny name, too. Love the color choices and the patterns, you know. Representation, you don't have to see it yet. Nah, but honestly, it looks sick. It looks sick. Let's let him talk some more.
Cross a weevil with a hacky sack and ska. Though interestingly, hacky sacks have quite the interconnected history with ska and reggae. So real fast history time. Reggae and ska come from Jamaica originally, a place known for having heads full of perfect dreadlocks. When the genre made its way to the west coast of the United States, it started mingling with the punk scene that was just beginning to make it mainstream, which led to what most folks consider ska today. And it was at reggae and ska concerts that the footbag, what hacky sacks were once called, were first sold in Oregon City, Oregon. This is why the iconic hacky sack shares colors with your typical reggae Bob Marley aesthetic. And of course, the main thing that sets ska apart from other rock genres is the inclusion of trumpets. And weevil snouts are just begging to be turned into trumpets. And many weevil have patterns similar to hacky sacks already.
God,
plus,
I still like bugs.
Hacky sacks tend to be filled with grains, just like silos and just like weevils. Weevils are known for ruining entire stockpiles worth of grain by infesting grain silos, the little devils.
Man, grain doesn't deserve it.
Perfect. The only thing with this guy that I'm not too certain on is the name. If you have a better idea for a name than Bug-a-sack, then let me know in the comments. But speaking of reggae and hacky sacks, it is time for an obviously a Jokemon.
Oh,
for
no.
normal poison, here is Kaskadian skunk.
Okay!
Get it? People say weed smells like skunk. Also, again, the stereotype of this part of the United States and the legalization thing. And
it looks like it'd be a regional variant. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Galarian Linoon and the way that or Galarian Linoon, like, and Linoon in general, the way it kind of got elongated a bit. I don't know. It's like about it looks really funny. I like it.
Yeah, but why did it gain the normal type on top of the poison? Well, that's a good question. It's because it's mellowed out. It isn't fully poisonous gas clouds.
All right.
It's chilled. It's mellowed out. It's calm, and it doesn't want to hurt the world very much anymore, man.
Oh
so
my
instead
gosh!
of focusing so much on poisoning people, I'm just gonna tackle them with normal moves. And also, here's a normal steel Cascadian.
Okay.
Exploud.
That's
Ska
interesting.
isn't the only genre that had its big start here. So did grunge. So this Exploud is basically one big Nirvana reference. The garage band from Seattle that exploded onto the scene and then exploded out of it. It's got an amp on its back and an even more spinopsy head with steel horns and steel teeth. These circles here are more speakers. It's your typical.
Actually, I didn't see this one. I made it to like a couple of minutes ago. So yeah, a few of these are kind of new to me. The skunk tank and this one are really new to me. So this is interesting.
Cobain's glasses, guitar strings, and a pattern that resembles Converse and torn pants.
Converse,
yeah,
no.
It's a lot. For fighting fairy, here's Namabjeka. Native American garb of this sort was a huge part of the hippie 60s protests, which is a part of this design, as well as the Nimaragar, a race of tiny people who ate other people, primarily from the folklore of the Shoshone people. But would of course be spread throughout the mini nations. It's basically a Native American goblin of sorts, and in the case of this Pokemon, it is one that is fighting for justice through protests and self-defense tactics. It's a protester with a connection to nature. Kinda like Greenpeace, I guess. The name comes from Nimaragar, of course, which also goes by many other names depending on who you're talking to. Nanumbi, Nomorica, Numurika, Nanumdeka, Nanemreka, Nui Deka, and so many more, as well as the word mob and object, fitting of protesters, and Portland and Seattle sure are fond of protests for social justice. I swear, this design was done way before the current wave of protests happened. I swear, I promise, it's coincidence. I'm not making light of a super serious situation, okay? Ground Fairy, Cascadian Excadrill. Again, sort of self-explanatory. These Excadrill...
I like how it's a ground fairy type and you get to see like the gems. It looks really reminiscent of like the Diancie gems, which may be like the reason for it. Like he'll probably explain like in 5 minutes. But yeah, I like that. It's really interesting.
Crystal
like the symbol
under
too.
A mystical mountain based on Mount Shasta. Some say that these Excadrill crystals have the power to heal. While true for wounds and poisonings, doctors say way too many people think it can do more than it can. And your kids still need their shots, ma'am. Yeah, so Oregon and Washington is an anti-vaxxer hotspot. A huge chunk of the anti-vax movement started here. I remember just a couple years ago, there was like a huge measles outbreak here also.
Oh, wow.
Because of that. But, you know, who needs modern medicine when you have essential oils and healing crystals and yoga? Oh yeah, that's a chakra symbol on its gut, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Fighting ground, Desiree. It uses the sword.
That is sick. Okay, he's gonna say the fighting type in a second, but I like that. Kind of like the opposite of like, Mantide. Yo, this is neat. Okay.
Of justice definition of the fighting type rather than the kung fu boxing one. Most of the stingrays that live in this part of the world are in this sandy color, and it's just already the perfect cowboy hat shape, really.
That's true.
Or even a park ranger hat. Then, instead of a stinging tail, it's a bullwhip tail. It's a Wild West sheriff that swims through the Oregon dunes, which we have, by the way. I was super surprised to learn that at first, too. So many huge dunes everywhere. Desiree is always fighting for justice with its new whip-based fighting moves. I just absolutely love how this one turned out.
Yeah, I like it.
Design. Bug Dragon.
Yes!
I'm gonna go ahead and go for the super obvious choice this time around. It's Cascadian Yanma and a new...
Yo! Oh God, Jesus, that was so heat. It took out all the bacteria in my body at once. Jesus Christ. Yo! Okay, I need to see Yan Mega, bro.
Yan Mage.
Yo!
Yan Mage is the same letters as
Yan Mage.
Yanma's normal evolution. You just swap those last two vowels around. It just works.
That is so sick! Oh my gosh, I think I heard that this is actually being developed into a game. I'm gonna need that expeditiously, bro. Expeditiously, bro. Give it to me.
Oh well, these are found at Wizard Lake, which is based on Crater Lake, as Crater Lake has an island in it called Wizard's Island. So we went a step further and made it Wizard's Lake and added a wizard tower to that island.
That's so
and yes,
cool.
Blue Mage are found here too.
Oh.
So, a Dragonfly it's such an easy connection to make for a bug dragon. But we wanted to do more than just a Bug Dragon wanted to take it one step further, so we're going along with the idea that the dragon type is also explainable as a sorcery type, as we explain in this video here.
Okay.
So we added the sorcerer and wizard elements. The wizard hat, the sorcerer's staff tail, a magical orb that's actually an icosahedron in the bubble dice roller because it's also just one big Dungeons and Dragons reference, hence the nerdy glasses. It's a little role-playing LARPer dragonfly. So it turns out the Pacific Northwest is the region with the most nerds in this regard. I mean, look at this map. Also, it just makes sense. Wizards of the Coast started in Seattle as well. And I mean, it rains so much here, you gotta have some mainly indoor activities.
True.
For Rock Ghost, I've got two. Kaskade Palo Sand and Prospector.
Okay.
Prospector is a Delmise type, a prospecting specter. A possessed rock with a mining lantern / ghostly canary cage, as miners would bring canaries with them into mines. If the canary died, it was because there was poisonous gas in the cave, and you should leave. Canaries are extra sensitive to
Very
such
sad.
things. Then Cascadian Palo Sand just swapped the sand for pebbles and river rocks. Loads of beaches like that in these parts. For normal rock, here's Cascadian Ambipom.
Look at my
I specifically
boy!
wanted to try and redo Ambipom
King
and
Monkey.
Abominable because they are my least favorite Pokemon designs.
What?
So with this Ambipom,
Huh? There's no way this man just said Ambipom's one of his least man, how can you not like the monkey, bro? All monkeys are top tier designs. What can I say? Nah, this is heat though. I like this. Okay, looks more like a monkey.
Some Lycanroc elements and based it on the Agropelter, a folklore creature from the northern US, as in all of it. Like, here's a map. It was basically a Bigfoot-esque monkey creature with super long, bendy arms like this. And with those super bendy arms, it would throw rocks and sticks at extreme speeds with a whip-like motion to defend its territory.
Okay.
So just make those arms be the tails, and there you go. It uses its regular arms to just carry around extra rocks it finds. It has a really nice rock collection, and it is a champion rock skipper. And Cascadian Crabominable takes ice poison. Look, it has more of a proper crab face now. So regular Crabominable is based on the Yeti crab, so I wanted something similar. So this variant is based on the Gorilla crab, also known as the Yellow crab. They are fuzzy, brown, purpley, and have these extremely wide and strong arms. But the big fun fact here is that gorilla crabs are one of the very few species of crabs that are actually poisonous to eat. This brown
That's actually interesting.
Poison works well as a reference to the permafrost in the north, which looks like this, and as it's melting, it is releasing all sorts of nasty gases and bacteria. Very bad. So it all comes together. For electric fighting, how about Mind Flux, a regional evolution of Mindfu, based on the Wolverine, a close relative of the Irvine.
I really like that. I really like that. I still think Zeraora should have been electric fighting personally. Like, you could say what you may. Dude literally has a signature move that has to do with him tossing hands, but I don't know. I think this is pretty neat. I like this. I like this a lot.
A martial art that is popular here and uses electricity to speed up its punches and kicks. Many of the world's fastest fighters are Taekwondo artists, after all. Bug Dark.
Ooh,
it seems odd that we haven't had Bug Dark yet, but here's Kleptorak. Spiders are often seen as evil and mean due to their methods, and thievery is also a very dark type thing to do. So this arachnid is a kleptomaniac with its extra grabby tail arm. It's based on a local nightmare. This is a spider so nightmarish that it still mainly goes by its scientific name, the Rumptia fictilium. I hate it. This Pokemon, though, not only steals things and puts them into its woven bag, but it also just kidnaps other Pokemon.
Oh my gosh!
So it's got a creepy old man kidnapper face.
This thing a demon.
Poison Psychic now. This one's deep. This is Kayagus. So hear me out, there's actually a lot to this design. In all of archaeology, the oldest known shoes were found near Fort Rock, Oregon. And they are made out of sagebrush. Sagebrush also has many medicinal and spiritual uses across the Americas, from treating wounds to warding off evil spirits and clearing the mind during meditation. Plus, more recently, we found out that it is in fact antibacterial and antifungal. Now, on top of that, in Japan there is a yokai known as the Ashiari Yashiki. It's just a giant foot. Like literally, it is a giant foot that breaks into your home and demands to be cleaned. Foot fungus is also a thing, as is the little old lady who lives in a shoe with the nursery rhymes and everything. And this is relevant because a sage is also an old wise person.
This is funky.
Often the one who would be using sagebrush. Now, on top of all this, the bottom of a snail is called a foot, and there are giant snails just like this giant foot yokai. And many snails eat and even cultivate fungus. Yeah, there are snail farmers. It's amazing. And a lot of cartoon depictions of old people give them wrinkly lips just like these. And if we exaggerate that further, we could get these toe-like protrusions. And then the big toe could be a poisonous harpoon launcher like what the cone snail has. And when you combine all of this, you get a wise, old, poisonous psychic snail that is a foot covered in fungus and sagebrush.
Okay.
And to top it all off, there's actually a fungus called dead man's toes, because it looks like this. Wow. It's honestly perfect. Also, Nike is based in Oregon. There's more feet stuff. And the name comes from fungus, yak, hag, and most notably, likaya, the Chinookan word for snail. And lastly,
yeah!
for Fire Fairy,
okay, this is what I'm excited for.
A tamarin hipster barista that roasts coffee beans. Tamarin are from South
Okay,
America.
okay, these are sick. Okay, these are sick. I like it. I always do like the split gender evolutions. We got God of War, Glade, Pyroar, and Indeedee, and Indeedee. You know, I always really like those. And these guys look sick. I don't know which one I would choose, honestly, but they're heat.
Just like a load
literally
of coffee beans. And people up here love coffee so much that they founded the world's biggest coffee place,
Really?
Starbucks.
I didn't know that.
Likewise, Tamroast are not native
like
to
I
the
did, though.
Kaskade region, but rather are one with nature's and the dense jungles of the south. They can hear the forest calling to them, and their connection to nature means they will always find the best coffee beans. And as such, when coffee began being transported to the Kaskade region en masse, they followed, and now are here. They pick the beans and roast them in their toasty hot hands. And thanks to the beans and their spiritual connection to them, they never sleep. Sleeping is too mainstream anyway. Also, they are incredibly good at giving massages, just because of the hot hands. Now, there are a few varying types of tamarin, which are super tiny monkeys, and them being that tiny just adds to their fairy typing. And then, their difference being sex-based is inspired by gibbons, which otherwise has no connection, but I'm sure you can see the rest. I wanted to reference multiple kinds of tamarin at the same time, because look, these two, they're just so perfect.
I like it.
Such a little manly mustache.
This is definitely my favorite one. This is definitely my favorite one that we've seen. Dude, I don't know why I like it so much. It's so heat, though.
Monkey. These guys are so cute. And also,
Fire type,
they're
too.
more stereotypes, because it's easy to come up with stereotypes. So what do you think of this group of Mon? Favorites? Least favorites? Do you prefer simple designs or the more inspirationally complex ones? Let me know down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Check out the description for links to all of these artists I commissioned for help in making these designs actually look good.
They look amazing.
Maybe commission them yourself. And please consider supporting our efforts on Patreon. And until next time, never stop using your noggin.
But anyways, thank you guys for making it to this point in the video. If you enjoyed, you already know what to do. I said it once, but I will say it again. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you are new, and put the notifications on. But yeah, that was very interesting. I need to hear what your favorite Pokemon was that he showcased. Again, bro, that last one, it hit me, bro. I like that. I really like that. Fairy Fire, split typing. Dude, all they gotta do, give that thing like 155,000 special attack, and I think I'll be good with it. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.